Good morning. Today we will be talking about lesson 73, Course in Miracles. And it says, I will there be light. I will there be light. The book says, quote, the will you share with God has all the power of creation in it. The ego's idle wishes are unshared, therefore have no power at all. Its wishes are not idle in the sense that they can make a world of illusions in which your belief can be very strong, but they are idle indeed in terms of creation. They make nothing that is real. So it's definitely going back around to choices, right? You can choose to see things clearly, or you can choose to see things through the veil of your fear, your anger, your stories. And I think I've used this analogy before, but when you're a kid, and I think I used the example when I was a kid, I used to get scared going in the basement where my bedroom was because, I don't know, it was dark. I thought there was a monster or somebody down there. But in this circumstance, if you use it as a metaphor, you know, you're in a dark place and everything around you seems scary, and then you turn on the light and you say, oh, that's just a coat hanging in my closet. That's not anything bad. So nothing really changed. All you did was see it differently. So I will there to be light means you have a choice between seeing the darkness or the light. So I'm going to turn on the frickin' light and see things that way instead of the dark version. When you hold on to your grievances, that is basically what you're saying. Keeping that story of the monster alive and basically gaslighting yourself to believe that, no, I prefer the dark version. I'm going to trust that one. And in turn, you're going to feel really tense. You're going to feel stuck. You're going to feel guarded because you're choosing the dark version versus the light version, and you do have a choice. And yeah, the ego does have a place in the world. I mean, it's a tool. It helps keep us safe. I think the issue is that we let it become our leader. Like, it should just be our protector that kind of helps us discern certain situations, but instead we've let it become a dictator, you know, and we've let it just kind of take over. And, you know, some people would kind of look at it from a villain perspective, but, you know, example would be something happens and normally we would say, oh, that hurt me once. But the ego, who has now become a dictator in our mind, says, never trust anyone. Or, you know, someone disrespected you. Instead of just being like, okay, I was disrespected by so-and-so. Nope, the ego comes in as the dictator and says, you're going to hold on to this forever. Or, I think I need some boundaries. And the ego frames it as everyone's a threat. So you can see the play between light and dark. And this chapter or lesson, I think it's just trying to remind us once again that our true choice is light. That's what we are. That's who we are underneath all of this, underneath our meat suit. And we have a choice. We can choose that light. We can will there to be light, or we can keep choosing the darkness. So make the choice that's right for you. All right. Have a great day.